Science fiction has been a vast genre for a long time, and many superhero shows could definitely fall under it. However, it feels like they are becoming a genre of their own at this point, one that maybe deserve its own list. With all that said, here are the best science fiction show on Netflix. Number 10, The 100. Originally broadcast on CW network, this series lasted for 7 seasons and 100 episodes. It's set in future where Earth has suffered from a nuclear apocalyptic event that caused many humans to leave the planet and live on the orbit space station for several decades. However, the station starts to shut down and the decision is made to send 100 teenagers to criminal back down to Earth to see if can become habitat again. That group soon discover that there are some humans still living on Earth. This blend of a past apocalyptic settings and teenagers who have growing up quickly offer a different kind of serializing science fiction story. It become a cult hit. Number 9, Black Mirror. Black Mirror is widely considered the best science fiction TV currently being made because it's an anthology. That means each episode covers a new story and setting, so you can jump around a bit if you would like. However, it is not a huge time investment to being it all. Since its arrival on Netflix, the show's profitably only grow and the deflecting in its cards. Despite its few episodes, this season features performance from anthology maker Miley Cyrus, topper Grace Poem, and Clamfer and other big names. Number 8, Star Trek The Next Generation. Star Trek The Next Generation is the best Star Trek series. There I said it, there isn't better caption than Picard. No one sits down wider and Riker. This is one of the best science fiction show on Netflix and certainly one of the most creative piece of science fiction around. Number 7, Stranger Things. Stranger Things are like candy. It's an intense hit in nostalgia that even I, someone who was alive in the 1980s, can appreciate. If you haven't heard of it, which would be the little surprising, Stranger Things follow the exploits of a group of kids Hawkins, Indiana in the 1980s. They deal with monsters from another dimensions and a pycanamic MN6 girl named Eleven. The show got a killer look, a charming cast and some genuinely great writing. If you grow up loving movies like E.T., The Goonies or Stand By Me, expect this show hook you fast. You can look forward to watch the 4th season later in 2022, followed some time later by 5th and final season of the series. Number 6, Altered Carbon. This is certainly one of the best looking science fiction show on Netflix. It has a huge budget and needs of its story. It takes place hundreds of years in the future when we have developed technology to store humans' mind and thought on a hardware device. It can be transferred to another synthetically grow body, making the human mind virtually immortal. The 2 seasons have a ton of great visuals and some excellent action sequences. It's pretty dense show and one of the best science fiction show on Netflix. Number 5, Dark. If you are in the market for something a little grimmer or dare, I say is a Dark show is a solid choice. In 3 time periods 2019, 1986 to 1953, in a small German town of Winden, Dark follows our family as the children start disappearing in 2019. It starts as a fairly straightforward mystery with internationally family and drama and years of bad blood and can build a small town for long period of time taking center stage. Dark is a hard show to really explain, especially without spoiling. Just know that if you are into show like Stranger Things, Twin Peaks or The X-Files, you are probably enjoy this. Number 4, Manic. Manic follows Annie Landsberg's and Owen Milgram as they take part in a drug trial meant to be test something that apparently can repair anything about the mind. It's one of the best science fiction show on Netflix, but it's also the weirdest. Everything from pacing in the sense of humor and characters worlds feels familiar but slightly off. John Hill and Emma Stone are fantastic as 2 people who became friends as they jump through different layers of the subconscious and both work at overcome their individual past trauma. Number 3, Lost in Space. If you are in for something a little lighter, Lost in Space is one of the Netflix first family-oriented show. A remake of the classic black and white science fiction series of same name. The show follows the adventure of the Robinson family as they try to survive after crashing on the alien planet. It's not as campy as the 1965. Well, of course, it isn't, but it got hurt and the great cast to boot. Number 2, Travelers. Another selection of our list is of the best science fiction show on Netflix is that cool new take on the time travel. In the future, the human race is in danger of extinction. However, time travel to the past has been developed, or at the least of the version of it. A person's consciousness can go back in the time and inhabit another person's body. This is the being used on the people in our time that were supposed to die in original to minimize the overall effect on the current timeline. Eric McMorrick leads the cast of the time traveling characters who have to fight to save humanity while also loving the cover of their host bodies. You can watch all 3 of the seasons now on Netflix. Number 1, Stargate. This series started in 1997 as just a cheap way to continue the story start in the 1994 Stargate feature film. However, over the course of the 10 years, the show improved and found its own voice with a great mix of science fiction, action and humor. The final result was a series that it's in the end explored its characters in a new and deeper way compared to another science fiction show.